How you guys doing? Guy Ward, NYC Live Media, Younger Games, Naked Roman Greco Wrestling. Alrighty. We got a lot of frequently asked questions, so I figured I'd do a FAQ video. Alright, first off, this is entertainment, this is not porn. To sex acts on stage, even simulated sex acts on stage in the city and state of New York is against the law. So there is no penetration and no oral sex. In my last video when I said you give your opponent a genital face rub, you give your opponent a headlock in between your legs. Alright? They keep their mouth shut. Nothing goes in and out of their mouth. And we'll be okay. Let's just put this into perspective though. They're doing live naked Shakespeare. They were in the park before the pandemic. And you are in fact engaging in a using nudity and sexual fantasy in a performing art. It's the same thing as burlesque. And I've streamed well over 1,000 completely naked burlesque performers on this city for the past 13 years to know that we're okay. Alright, now choosing your partner is very important. We want you to stay together with your partner. He's not your opponent. She or he is not your opponent. They are your partner. All right, this is up close, very personal thing. You are going to be with this human being. So it's very, very hard. And it's something you guys have got to decide who you're going to wrestle. We're not going to decide that. That's something you decide. Okay? We don't want to ever decide that. It's very personal. So we want you to stay with your partners. You're going to develop a theme. You're going to develop a characters. You're going to develop a routine. And you want to stay with this partner, you know. Even in the third round, when you go into it with the intentions of winning, as long as you have to do that. All right, we'll talk in more detail about that. But we want to keep you together. In another year or so, after months and months of doing shows, if we feel like there's a need and the money is in it and it's right, that we do a championship, and you guys want to throw your hats into the ring for a championship, then we'll figure it out when we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay, but we want to keep you together. And we're not choosing your partners. We're not going to say, okay, you're going to wrestle this person. No. You're going to wrestle who you are most comfortable with and who you want to wrestle. And it's that simple. We're not going to tell you. All right? We're leaving that entirely up to you. All right. We're splitting this up into hourlies. 1 hour matches that you can sell just for you and your partner. That money goes to you guys. All right. And you can sell the whole show, the 5-hour show. All right, but that money also goes because you're selling it to your fan base. All righty. Now the venues. We're looking at venues. In the last video, I gave an example of 100,000 split between 8 performers. That's realistic. We're looking at venues between 500 and 1,500 in size. And with that in mind, 1,000 tickets at $200 a ticket. And let's put this into perspective. I saw an ad on TV this week where the Empire State Building is offering sunrise at dawn on the observation deck of the Empire State Building for $115 just to watch the sun come up. So I do believe that $200 for 5 hours of live nude wrestling that you can bet on is not unreasonable. We might even be able to get more. I don't know. So let's just keep answering that question there. Yes, there is gambling. Authorized gambling partners with these gambling websites, these sports betting sites. So we could line something, and also it looks like these jurisdictions are opening up to gambling. A lot of them are broke, these states, and cities and countries are broke and need a new source of tax revenue, and sports betting seems to be the latest thing. So we may end up doing it ourselves, and that'll be real money. Okay, I think we got it covered here. Just to give you guys a little hint about another reason why what we're doing here is I got into this 13 years ago. I was streaming when nobody else was. I was streaming from multiple simultaneous live feeds and let the viewer choose what camera to watch the show from. And so I'm into high-tech live streaming platforms and interactive features. And if you see my website, you'll see some of the interactive live streaming, like buy somebody a drink live in real time at the club. But there's also other live video streaming platform that we are developing, high-tech stuff that is really intense. And that's about all I'm going to say. But that is why we're doing what we're doing, one of the reasons. Okay, again, I want to hear your questions. I want to have any, I'm available 24/7. Contact me any way you want. I want to hear your thoughts. All right, thank you.